channel and to Scrap Stash and Mayhem. And I thought before we got into today's project, I would just show you a little bit of what I've been up to. I think I showed you guys the little box that I had converted into a little notebook that I had never finished. I had the papers all in here, but I didn't have it finished. Excuse me. So I just took and put some paper on there, a little bit of material and lace, and finished up, and now it's a cute little notebook. I think that would be really cute for a little girl. So that one got finished, and then we did the tag book, and I never got any tags done. So I've been working on those to get that done and off my desk. That's what I'm trying to do, is get things, my projects that are half finished, to get them done. So I put pockets in here, and then this is something from Stamperia that I had, and I cut things up and thought I'm going to use that. So these here are from Petals and Parchment, and I don't remember which kit it's from, but I'll try to I'll link it in the comments. And so anyways, I had these tags that I had bought from Dollarama, and so I just stamped them and grunged them up a bit, so there's lots of writing room here. And then again with these items from, this here's from my stash, and these ones here, like I said, are from Petals and Parchment. And I really liked, I don't remember, Family Love. I'll put it in there. But anyways, I'm not going to put that in there. And so I put these throughout here, just as it's kind of like a little pick-me-up book, I guess, just as a little. This one I didn't have enough printed, but as you can see, we have this. So this holds 8 tags, I believe, and I put 2 into each pocket here. You could put more in there. They would fit. But I just wanted to show you that I did finish the tag book, and that's what it should look like. Well, my version of what it should look like. But it's pretty, I think. Anyways, so to today's, what we're going to do today, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I have a piece of Amazon packing. It's their envelope, right? Their mailer envelope. I have that, and I have some scraps. And they're not my favorite scraps, but they're scraps nonetheless, and a fair size. So I wanted to do something with those. And then for my birthday, my girlfriend gave me a whole bunch of these papers, whole stack. And they're all things that are made with napkins and book pages. So I thought, let's start using them. And because this here is ugly here, we're going to use one on the inside and one on the outside. And we're going to make a little notebook that's a little different than I want to move these up a little bit because I want the napkins, I want the birdies to be visible. So I'm just going to take this right about here on my handy dandy ruler. See how this stuff rips, because this has got a lot of glue on it. That's why everything is being held with. And this is really a fun thing to do, and it's a great way to use up your napkins. Great way to also use, like she used the book pages, and that's pretty awesome. It's also a good way to use up, if you've got paper that is ugly paper, cover it up with something pretty. Make the ugly pretty. I think I did a video on that one time, a long time ago. Okay, so I'm just going to take and it's right about here. This is I love this. I love this napkin. It's one of my favorites. But she has so many beautiful napkins. And I thought I had a lot of napkins. But she has surpassed me. But we're using them. We're making things. We're making pages. We're collaging them. We're doing all these sorts of things with them. So we're working on making them into something that we'll use. Isn't that pretty? I'm saving that. I'm not going to put that anywhere. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to find my glue. How could I do this and not have my glue? My goodness, glue on glue. We're going to see how that's going to work. But anyway, here's my glue. I am getting my craft room so nicely organized. And it feels good to have it that way. And I feel like I can get a little more creative in here with things that are kind of organized and not piled up and all those piles of stuff looking at me. Oop. Oh, we're just going to do one side for now. Place it. There we go. And then we're going to place this side. This is, I know, everybody's done notebooks, but this one's a little different. A little different. Of course, number one, I'm using scraps, and I'm using stuff that maybe people would throw out, like this packaging, but it's in the technique. It's just a little something that's just a little different about it. And you just gotta wait a few minutes to find out. Okay, I can see. I definitely cut that crooked. It's a good thing I only did one at a time. Or is that crooked? Why does it look like that is crooked? Looks like my packing envelope thingy here is crooked, doesn't it? Let's fold it and see. Let's fold it and see. Okay, so I am going to fold it like that, and then I'm just going to trim this. There, that might make it even, possibly. So we're going to do the same thing. Oh, get that back down there. Get that back down there. I just realized I've got my door open and both puppies are in here, nice and quiet. And that little growl that you heard, that was my supervisor, Nugget. Don't know why he was growling. Okay, so I'm going to now grab my other piece of paper here. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, and then we're going to take, I hate to waste, oh, it won't be wasted, it'll just be used somewhere else. But, you know, I want the birds. I want the birds. Let's see. Is that going to be kind of sort of halfway? One will be and one won't. Yeah, okay, we're just going to move it over just a tad like that. Okay, and we can trim that one off, I think. So I'm just going to put that out like so. Can I do it this way? This is an awkward way to do it. But it will work. It'll go crooked on me. There we go. Let's not go crooked. Let's not go crooked, shall we? There we go. And let's just see what I did here. Yeah, it did go crooked. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to move this here. What I was thinking, I don't know. Let's just do this. I'm not going to... Where'd my ruler go? I just had my ruler. Honestly? Didn't I just have it here? It's gone. Okay, am I seeing it? Are you seeing it here? What the heck did I do with it? Okay, does this happen to you? Is it right in front of my face? Yes. Oh, Sophie needs more coffee. Oh, my stars. I might have to edit that out. But if I edit that out, then you won't know why I'm still laughing. So I won't. You can have a laugh at me. Why not? Why not? Okay, I'm going to do this. Because I totally messed up that other one. We're going to do this side. Get this one off here. There we go. Have that like so. Should have done that in the first place. Always trying something different and awkward, and it didn't work. There we go. Okay. Just want to make sure I got my birds. I think that's why I did that like that. And so we're just going to, let's straighten this one out. Like so. A little crooked, but that's okay. We're going to leave that like that. And we're going to put this here, and we're going to get this off here. I'm okay with a little bit shining through. I'm okay with that. There we go. Okay. So let's get that on there now. And then we're going to move on to preparing our pages. So I am still working with, last week we did the book, the idea book, and I'm still working with that. But that I'm going to change into, I was going to do it for Scrap Stash and Mayhem, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it its own little year-long mini-series, because that's what it is in the Facebook group. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know if you actually went and joined in the fun. And if you did, I would love to see your makes. If you've joined my Facebook group, you can post in there. I love seeing things that others have made. It's inspiration to me and everybody in the group, and hopefully you get some inspiration as well from our group. We have a lot of talented ladies and gentlemen in our group, in my group. Okay, so I'm going to let this lay flat, and I'm just going to put it to the side. I just wanted to squish it down a little bit first. This is my Christmas present from my hubby. Finally got it in just before my birthday. I might have even, it was on, I don't know. Was it on my birthday? I think it was. I don't know. I don't remember. That was too long ago. Oh, my stars, I'm telling you. It's getting old thing, I tell you. Okay. So I'm going to let that lay flat, and I'm going to bring back our papers. So, what I did before, down in there, I'm going to put that over to this side. So what I did before is I folded my papers, and some of them I'm going to fold in, and some of them I'm going to fold out. And I'm just going to, these are just from a 12 by 12 sheet, and all it is that I took, I think, judging by this, was it 3 inches off? 2.5? Oops. Oh, okay, 3.5. 3.5 inches. So obviously I needed the other amount, and this is what I had from those pages left over. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with these? And then I came up with this idea, and I did one, and I used it right away. So I thought, oh, this would be a good one for you guys. And because that one is white, I'm going to do this. And it isn't going to really matter how many sheets you're going to have, because you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And I'm going to mix these up a little bit too. I don't want them side by side. I'm going to put these, have some weights right in there. Let's put that in there. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. I have 12 sheets. So what I'm going to do now with these is, I can see what I did. Well, I don't want those ones side by side either. So let's put that in here somewhere. Let's put that in here. Okay. So I'm going to take these. I like that paper. And I'm just going to put these in here, but I'm going to stagger them down. And how much space you leave down here, that's up to you. But I'm just keep placing them inside each other. And when I get that done, I will fold my cover in half. Let's see how much space I can play with here. Let's see, what do we got going here? I see I can put a little more in there. Oops, don't do that. And it doesn't matter when you're binding it in. If I use the 3-stitch, the pamphlet stitch, and it doesn't matter. Every page will get caught in the stitching. Boy, that's really, you gotta adjust them. How many more do we got? Okay. I'm just going to put this one down a little bit. So we're just going to put a little hair in there. Just a little. Now, I like the torn edge added in there because I do like the ratty tatties. Okay. I'm just going to place it. There we go. See what's happening. And put that in there, just like so. And we have another white one. We should turn this one like this. Yeah, I'll do that. Don't want to have all white pages in the front. On any side, I guess. And put that there. This one can be like so. I'm pretty certain that we will have to adjust them a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Pretty, pretty. And the last one. Okay. So let's see. If we leave it like this. Oh, that's close. Okay, so I'm going to stick this over here, and we're going to get this folded. Oh, look at that bird. He's so pretty. I like him there. Oh, I'm a bird person. I really am. so then we're just going to take, we're going to stick this in here, and I like the way that looks. I don't mind it coming out there. I don't know. I might trim that. I don't know. But I don't mind that. I like that's the look I like. So we'll just leave it there. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some paper clips so that I can make sure that my papers stay in place. I'm just going to go in here, find the middle. What did we do last? Was that the one we did last? Must have been. Yeah. Oh, I put this in wrong, upside down. Don't. And the reason why I say it's upside down is because you want your papers to go, well, I want them to go down like this. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to get this in here and make sure that's tucked in there nice and snug. Get that in there. Alrighty. Let's make sure that we're in there where we want it to be. And I think I'm going to use that color. And we'll use I'll use this needle here. We'll use that one. There. Alrighty. So we're going to go our normal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So our needle. I am still struggling with that cough. It's letting up, but I find I gotta keep my throat. I gotta keep my throat wet. Okay. So I'm not measuring. I'm just going to go by guess and by quality. And right about there, I'd say. And I want it on the outside because I may put a few beads in there. So I'm going to do my strings on the outside. And right about so. Oh, there we go. So I know with that year-long challenge, I am officially 2 weeks behind. And by the end of day today, I will probably be 3 weeks behind. So I might, next week, next Scraps and Stash, I may just take and get caught up on those 3 weeks. So if you're joining in on that fun, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do it this way. I need more thread over here. That's what I need. There we go. Need it to be somewhat even. There we go. Nice and snug in there. Under the bridge. Go. Now, that. Like so. I'm just going to put this side, put my needle over here. I don't want to lose it. Okay, that's over on that. Okay. So now, look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, well, I guess it's one way or the other, eh? Well, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But it just kind of gives you that waterfall look. And there's lots of pages to write on. Lots of pages to just put notes on or whatever. Or stick something on to decorate it if you want. And I'm just going to trim this out here. And I have these cute little homemade beads. So why not use some of them? That's a really long one. These I did not make. Someone else made them. A friend, she found these somewhere, bought them somewhere, and she gave me a few. She has quite a few of them. There we go. Let's see if we have... Oh, let's do that. Okay. And do we want to leave them that way? No. We want to play with them a little bit, eh? Yeah. So, now you could take a toothpick and put it in here and then play with your, play with whatever, if you're going to paint them or Mod Podge them or whatever it is that you're going to do with them. Me, I'm just going to give them a little bit of gold on here because, you know, I might put a little bit of gold on there too. Why not? I love gold. I love gold. And I cannot lie. I like the shimmer. I like the antique-ish look that it gives me. See now? There we go. There we go. Dot it on there. And we've got a nice bead that really matches that now, but gives us a little bit of color. And that's probably going to stain my desk, but that's okay. This wipes up really nicely. Nothing that I have done to it other than alcohol inks. Alcohol ink sticks to this, but that's about all that I have found so far. Okay, there, we'll let that dry. And maybe we'll just wipe our fingers clean on this. Give a little bit of, that's too dry. Oh, it's working. That's one thing about it, just kind of rolls off your fingers. But I think it's still, I like the gold in there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. But I think that really just adds, it's screaming add gold to me. It says add gold. There we go. Put it over here. There we go. I don't know. Is that picking up or not? I don't know. But it looks pretty. A little bit more. Just a smidge here. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I think that's about all I'm going to, I want to put something on there. but this is a nice little notebook to tuck in your purse, or to, I should have made a little closure for that, yeah. Or to just tuck into journal that you're making for a little added extra writing spaces. Okay, my fingers are all painted now. I have gold finger and hands. Okay, so we're going to just tie this a double knot here. Make sure it's enough that it's not going to slip off. Oop. Okay, we're going to try a triple knot because I slipped them in the wrong spots. There we go. There we go. You're not going to go nowhere now. I'm pretty sure of it. Nope, you're going to go right over top of it. Alrighty. Sorry. So today is Craft and Chat Day. I'm very excited about that. It's also minus 30. There we go. Let's just, I'm going to put a little, should I put a little, no, that's good. It'll be good. Okay. It's minus 30 today. I don't know what the wind chill is. I don't know what the wind chill is, but I'm sure it's much colder than that, or it feels colder. So I don't know how many people are going to come out to Craft and Chat, because honestly, it's nice to stay home where you're nice and toasty warm. But that's okay. I'll go open it up, and if nobody comes, I'll just close it right back down and come on home. Although I do know that there's 2 people that are coming for sure. There we go. Okay. Like that. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to trim this down. And then, like so. And let's see. I have words here. Let's see if I have a word that, something that fits in here. Something that fits. Well, you know, we could do that. We could, oh, I like that one. Okay. Oh, that one sticks out better though, doesn't it? Oh, live life in full bloom. Okay, so which one do I use? That's a very good question. Let's see. If we did this one, I like that one. I'm gonna need a backing on that. Would need a backing. That one doesn't get. I'm going to go live life in full bloom. That's what I'm going to do, and we will give it a little backing. So I have a little bit of this paper left here, and I think if we just do something like that, oh, and oh, maybe, hold on, this, let's go over here, let's get rid of that, and this much on here, like that, and then we have, hold on, where are you? Is this going to be big enough? Yes. It will be if I take and trim off a little more of this. Okay. And cleaning up some more scraps off my desk. Like that. Okay, and then we can put this down here like so, and just put you here and trim this here. Like so. Yep, Okay, let's get that all glued down. Glue, glue. Okay. So one thing I like about that glue, it gives you just a little bit of wiggle room before it sets. And then we can get this part glued down, and then I think this part here, there we go. And then let me see, what do I have? I have some. Yeah. I'm looking for some brads. Oh, but look, I have these ones here. I have these little ones here. Oops, get down there. Get down there. And we have purple, yellow. I could do yellow. Yellow, maybe? Not that green looks tacky. Yeah, not that green. And I don't care for the purple. I don't want red on there. Well, the purple might be okay too. Hold on. Hold on. The purple might look better than the yellow. So let's get rid of that. And let's get 4 purple. Because I'm thinking we could put the glue lid on. But what if we did in the corners? Let's just do some in the corner here. Is this going to be good enough to get me through? Probably not. Probably not. No, let's use the awl. Let's use the awl. I'll use my little, this is a little sanding wood block, I guess it's called, from Dollar Tree, and I use it all the time. So I'm just going to go in the corners here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. You like it a little bigger than that? It does, okay. It's a little bigger. See if that's gonna work. That works. Okay. Oops. There we go. I think that'll look okay. It would look okay without them too. But I just using my stash. And these ones here, I have so many of them, and I don't really like them. There's only a few colors in there that I do like. The blue, the pink, and the purple. The red has its place. And I don't like that green. It looks, I don't know, it looks weird. But you can also paint those too. You don't have to have them those colors. Somebody's already in the house? Or you're going out? I don't know. That was quick. so cold out there. But that's all right. Someday soon, we'll have beautiful warm weather again. We're planting gardens and listen to the birds sing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, we don't want to cover up the bird. So let's get that done. And I know this glue actually does work with the metal, so that's a bonus. And it does work with fabric, so that's a bonus as well. There we go. And I think we're just going to put that right about there. I think that's a good move. So we could take this one step further if we wanted to. And we could put corners on there. Let's see. I don't know if that's... We could put the... let's see. See what that looks like. So, I think that just dresses says yes. Yes. And again, we're going to use up some stuff. The ones that I have, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Why not? So with these guys, with the corners, I do like to use a different glue, just because I can. And okay, with this, I like to put some glue on them. So I'm just going to, on the corners, I don't want to put glue on the item, on the corner itself, on the middle part, because your fingers get all icky and whatnots. Oh, I got a different color one in there, don't I? That won't do. Okay, so we're just going to put that in there and get down in there. There we go. There we go. Okay, I gotta get these out back out again and find a gold one, not this one. There you go. Did you stick that glue? Oh, not that one. Let's see if I have another gold one. There we go. That's another thing that I have bought many times and always forget to use them, is these corners. So it's nice to use them and get them gone. There we go. That's in here. There we go. We got, no, yeah, we're there. I'll let that dry. Takes a little while for them to set. Might as well do these ones at the same time, eh? Yeah, why not? That's maybe why we don't. There we go. Get on there. There we go. And I get this one over here. There we go. Get that lid on there. There we go. make sure that they're on the back, and they are not. This one is not. There we go. Get on there. There we go. Roll that glue off. This just helps strengthen the corners a little bit. But there we go. I think that turned out really nice. I think it would have been nice to have a little closure on here. But I think as we kind of bend it into shape and let things dry, it'll be fine. I'll put something heavy on there. So there's our little make for today. I think that turns out really nice using our little scraps and stash and lessening the mayhem. So there we go. Oops. Get it out of there. A little bit of glue there. So we're going to let it sit like that until that glue dries, and then I'll put something heavy on it. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.